This first one here, you're starting at 19 meters and you want feet. So, did I give you guy? I did. I see them right now. Something weird happened that I noticed this first block. The book, the conversion sheet that is in your books. Oh, we talked about it here. The conversion sheet that I handed out to you has this one, I believe. 1 foot is 30.48 centimeters. And the conversion sheet in your book has 1 foot to meters. They're the same thing because in metric all you do is move the decimal, right? They just came from two different sources. So, anyway, 19 times what I want is feet. What I have is meters. And then I go to my sheet. 1 foot and 0.3048 meters. Now Luke says he just wants to multiply or divide. That's cool. There's a 1 in the numerator spot, so this is really 19 over 0.3048, which is division, and you end up with whatever you end up with. You just saw my two calculators get taken away, so it's 62, I think. Whatever it is, you guys can do that with your calculator. Everybody cool? Other than that, it's exactly the same as keeping it within your system, but there's going to be a bunch of weird decimals. Now, some of this is going to get strange, and we're going to talk about that when we need to talk about it. You guys can do number 2 on your own, but there's a trick. Some of you are going to do more work than you need to do. Go. Figure out number 2 for me. There's 2 things you could do. What are they?
This is my simple one.
It's cool. That's all you need for this class, or for this whole unit. That'll do. What are the 2 choices I have here? I can go 62 miles to K, or I can go 98K to miles. Do I have to do both? No, because once you have one, you know the other one, right? So if I do the miles to K, I want kilometers, so the 1.609 is on the numerator spot, so it's straight multiply to the nearest mile. If I go here, then the 1 is on the top, right? My screen's frozen. There we go. 1, and it's over 1.609. So this one is 98 divided by 1.609. Now, both of those are going to give you an answer. I lie. Both of those are going to give you a number. Is either one of those numbers the answer to the question? No. What is the answer to the question? The person's name, which is what? Who drove further? Hannah. That is what I need to see. Everybody with me? Now, I'm going to do a lot of setting things up. I'm not going to do a lot of writing down answers because it's tough to do decimal stuff in your head, and I just have my calculators taken away. Everybody cool? All right. Before we go on to number 3, somebody tell me, why is it a hassle? What is it about question number 3 that makes the conversion a pain? Damaris. I'm saying that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You probably will have to convert feet into inches and then inches into centimeters.
Yeah. That's the problem. There's nothing to convert feet and inches, is there? Because this is technically 2 measurements, isn't it? Is it, this is a yes or no question, is 6 feet 2 inches equal to 6.2 feet. No, do not fall into that trap. What is wrong with that? This is 6 2/12 of a foot, isn't it? This is 6 2/10 of a foot. They are different things. Everybody understand? So do not fall into that trap. Some of you at one point on one of your quizzes is going to tell me 6.2 equals 6 foot 2 inches. And when is it okay for you to do that? On a quiz, because it's not hurting you. But learn from the mistake. Understand? So, what are you going to do here? You got to look and see what your conversion is. You have something that'll convert inches to centimeters, right? And you need the height in centimeters, so you better deal with the 6 feet. But we did that yesterday. 6 feet times 12. We didn't do these yesterday. Yesterday was Sunday. 72 plus 2. So I really have 74 inches. Now I can convert to my other system. So I want centimeters, so it goes in the numerator spot. The 1 is on the bottom. What number goes here? I check on my sheet. 2.54, and since it's in the numerator, I just multiply. And what do I get? 187.96. So what do I actually write? What do I write? 188 centimeters. Everybody cool? The only place this will come back to bite you in the behind is getting your driver's license or your passports, because they are in kilograms and centimeters, and we know our weights in pounds and inches. Unless you're from another country, when you know your weight in kilos and your height in centimeters already.
So it means on any forms here, if they ask weight, they ask for pounds?
Most of the forms will have, most of the forms will have a box with kg
This one doesn't.
or pounds, and you circle.
This one doesn't though.
No, a form you're filling out.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about these kind of forms.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The form that you're filling out. If it says a blank and you put 160 pounds, not that you weigh 160 pounds, Lena, but, you know.
I don't know pounds, so.
You don't. You don't weigh 160 pounds. 160 pounds, full-grown adult man. Yeah. Anyway, you would just write in what you are, and they figure it out for you.
Oh, whatever.
Okay, everybody that's putting that information in where you are has a little conversion chart right beside them. Like when you guys go to get your driver's license, you get your L. No, not your. Do you get a picture for your L now? I don't know. When you go and get your picture taken, they're going to ask you for your height and your weight. And you're going to say, you are probably going to say 153 centimeters.
We're not allowed to.
Oh, you're not allowed, of course, yes, because you guys are, yeah. If you were here and you were decided to move to Canada, you would give your height in centimeters because you know it in centimeters. Mm-hmm. Most of the rest of us will go, oh, I'm 5'8". And then the person entering the information will have a little chart, and they'll go like this. 175. Right? Now, for me, I went and I know what my 5'8" is in centimeters. So I tell them 175. And they still look down at the chart, and then they say, hey, wait a minute. Oh, you. And I go, hey. Although last time I was getting my driver's license renewed, 5-year stretch, when I got the driver's license picture taken, eye color, brown, hair color, brown. So then the woman, last time I went, she's typing it all in. All right, so 175, same height, yeah, you same weight, yeah, pretty much. Okay, hair color brown, or eye color brown, hair color brown. I'm like, oh, lady. She's like, oh, yeah, hair color gray. Thanks. But I pointed it out because it's only fair because my hair is no longer brown. even from the back. I used to sometimes set the mirrors up in my house because I got foldy-out mirrors in the bathroom. So when I was brushing the front of my hair that is all gray and old manny, I could look out of the corner of my eye and see the nice brown hair in the back. Not anymore. It's just all gray now. I'm okay with it. I'm married with children. It doesn't matter, right? I can go bald. I can get fat. Doesn't matter. She's stuck with me. It's a good rule. Well, that all recorded, but that's fine. My wife doesn't watch my YouTubes. That's good. But maybe that woman in Houston will watch this like, boy, that guy's such a dick. I'm going to stop watching his videos. It won't matter, lady, because I don't know who you are. All right. Now, number 4 has a tricky McTrickleton little thing in it that is very helpful to you guys. What are you going to convert here? Again, it's just like number 2. I only have to make one conversion, yes?
Centimeters.
So, Luke, you're saying you want to do what to what?
Centimeters.
You want to convert?
350 centimeters.
Okay. So Luke is saying he would take 350 centimeters and convert it to inches.
And then kind of make it like a mixed number divided by 12.
Okay. So let's do that. So if he goes 350 centimeters, he wants inches over cm. So that's 2.54 down here and 1 up there, right?
Yep.
So he's going to get 350 over 2.54. And what's that going to give him?
0.3.
No. 350 divided by 2.54. It's going to be like 100 and something. What? That's going to give you 138 inches, right? Exactly? No. Here's the problem. Why does it need to be exact? You're driving a truck under a bridge. How many of you have driven to Vancouver? Of course, all of you have. You've driven to Vancouver. When you go past that exit in Langley where the Triple O's highway gas station is, and there's that train bridge, next time you drive to Vancouver, have a look at the concrete edge of that train bridge, and you will see why it is important that you measure these exactly. Because the concrete edge of that train bridge is destroyed from trucks slamming into it over the years because people don't do this measurement exactly, right? North America is the only place in the world that this would be a problem, though, of course, because everywhere else in the world, this distance doesn't exist. Everywhere else in the world, everything's in metric. But here, everything's in both. So, that's okay. Luke has 138 inches, but then what does he have to do with 138 inches? He's got to convert it to feet, right?
Yeah, so divide by 12.
So you had 138, but you got to remember the decimals, don't you?
Yeah.
We maybe didn't write it down, but they're sitting on our calculator, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I'm going to take whatever's on my calculator. I'm just going to hit divide by 12, and what am I going to get?
You're going to get 11 and a half, but
11.5-ish, right?
no, 11.5 exactly, actually.
Okay, 11.5 exactly. So this is going to say that the truck is 11.5 feet, which is
11 foot 6.
11 foot 6 inches. Will he fit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what I want to do is I want to show you something else that is very helpful in calculating, but we don't use it. And here is what I mean. Does everybody have an answer? Everyone's cool with what we did there? Okay, I want you to watch this. Because like I say, this is very useful in calculating. This distance right here is 11 and 9/12 of a foot, right? Everyone agree? Which is 11 and 3/4 of a foot, isn't it? Which is 11.75. Mr. Myers, you said we never use decimals with imperial, except we can at 3 measurements, can't we? 3 inches, 6 inches, and 9 inches are 0.25, 0.5, and 0.75. Everybody understand? Otherwise, you don't want to do it because the decimals are long. But those 3 work nicely. So I also could have gone 11.75 feet and converted that to meters, right? 11.75 times, I wanted meters, I had feet, 1 meter is 0.3048 feet. So I could have done 11.75 divided by 0.3048, which comes out to 3.58 meters. The bridge was 3.58 meters. The truck's 3.5. It still fits. I don't care which way you do it. The point I'm trying to make is sometimes you can use this little shortcut because you need to remember that 9/12, 3/4, 0.75. And you can use that all the time. Okay? Remember, you can use the fractions to your advantage. Okay? All right. You guys do 5 through 11. It should take a couple of moments because they're only one-steppers. But 9, 10, and 11 are slightly tricky. 5 through 8 is a one-stepper. I'm going to use this time as well to explain to you that when in doubt, I like my answers rounded to the 100th. If you can't remember what 100th means, I'll explain right now. The 100th is the second decimal place. And yes, I will be expecting you to be able to round to that properly. It is not just the first two numbers that show up on your calculator. You must look at the third number and round properly. This should take you about 2 or 3 minutes. I don't mind doing it once in a while. So if you did my way, 24.25. Everyone sees why that's 24.25 feet, right? 24.25 times 0.3048. 7.39. So we should have 7.39. I didn't hear the 9. 7.39 meters. And then the other option would have been what Luke did, 291 inches.
I added 3 to my answer, which I already added 3 to. That's where I messed up.
Okay. Times 2.54, which gets me 739.14. Now please notice, that's meters. That's centimeters. What are you going to do with that decimal to get it to meters? Move it 2 spaces. 3914, 3914. Everybody with me? That's why metric is better. And what did we get for 10? Notice I did 12.5 because it's easier, because it's one of those decimals that works perfectly. So what do we get? We're on number 10, dude.
Okay, 3 meters, 81 centimeters, 3.81.
3.81 meters. Corroboration? We're happy? Okay. And then this last one. If you just do this calculation, what do you get? If you just do this, what number comes up on your calculator? 15.62, yes? Does that answer show me you know how to convert between systems? You say yes, you say no.
In a way, but
It's a binary question. Is this, if I tell you, go walk 14 meters, 14.28 meters, will you end up 15.62 yards away from me? Yes or no? Absolutely. Is this the level 4 answer for this question?
no.
Technically. No. What is it really? What should I do with that part of it if I want to be absolutely perfect? I should break it down into at least feet, yes? Everyone agree? Now, if we're going to do this as as not as an estimate, but just as close, 0.62 is pretty darn close to 2/3 of a foot, yes? Or 2/3 of a yard, right? Because 2/3 is 0.67, yeah? So if I'm going to say that's 2/3 of a yard, this is essentially 15 yards and 2/3 of the next yard, which is 2 feet. Does everyone agree? That's a great answer. Slightly better than that. Could I go even one better? Can I do something with that 0.62 to get me an even more accurate measurement than that?
You could go 1 feet and the inches.
I could go the 0.62 yards and convert it to feet, couldn't I? Which would be times 3, right? And that would get me feet, which, if you get your calculator, can somebody please do 0.62 times 3? 1.86. That's 1.86 feet, yes? So technically, I've got 15 yards, 1 foot. What could I technically do with that to make it the best possible answer I could get? I could convert that to inches. So I would have 0.86 feet, and I would convert that to inches, right? So it's 12 inches per foot, yes? So it's times 12. What's that? $10.32. So what would go here at the end of my 1 foot? 10 inches. Right? And then the 0.32 is technically 32 over 100, right? 16 over 50, 8 over 25, 8/25, which is about 1/3 of an inch, which we wouldn't bother with. Everybody with me? So, this answer, okay, no problem. This answer, slightly better. This answer, best possible one you can give me. Do I care which one you give me? Do I care which one of those is written on the test? No, I do not. Do you care? Yeah, because this and this are going to be the difference of 1 mark on your test. Some of you care enough about that 1 mark to do all that extra work. If you do, feel free. I will not make you. Sometimes I will make you. As a matter of fact, the very next thing I'm going to get you to do, I'm going to make you do this. And I'm going to see if you can figure it out. Everybody ready? Turn the page over and figure out my driving question. I'm changing it to time. Oh, Mr. Myers. But what always works, no matter what we're converting? Nope. It's the same fraction. Except I'm not dealing with distances now. I'm dealing with minutes and seconds and hours. So it's just like the chart you already have. 1 day equals 24 hours, and so on and so on and so on. You can move around. You can talk to your neighbor. I don't care. Your job for today is this question done to, you guys are an honors class. I'm going to ask you to go hours, minutes, all the way down. Days, hours, minutes, and seconds. Woo, doggy. And then I want you to answer this question. And the important word is that. Your job today is to answer those two questions and do pages 24 and 25. And the more astute members of the class will notice lesson, lesson, lesson. What does that say? Quiz. As soon as you have seen the right answers to 24 and 25, once I have shown you those right answers and given you a chance to ask about it, at any point after that, I may give you a quiz. Everybody understand? Do the quizzes hurt you? Do the quizzes help you?
Yeah.
Only in that you will know you can pinpoint your review for your test. Yes? If the quiz I give you tomorrow or the next day, you get 100% on it, do you need to worry very much at study time on conversions between systems? No. You've got that. Maybe do 1 or 2 review questions. If you get 2 out of 12, what should you study very, very extensively at test time? Conversions. Everybody picking up what I'm putting down? That's how you use your quizzes. Gouda? No. Gouda? Great. Thank you, Jazreet. Get it? Because Gouda's cheese and you grate cheese. Fine.